Good morning, YouTube. I'm going to go live everywhere. Say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. Going live on Facebook and on Instagram. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let me know where you're watching from. I'm thinking about everybody with the crazy weather today. We are still at 70 in Florida. It is going to plummet. So I don't even know if anyone's going to be able to join me live. I hope everybody is safe and warm and has power. So let me know in the comments. Let me know if you can see me, hear me, all the things. Okay, so I'm excited today because I am talking. Last week I talked about closets, but I talked about closets from the perspective. Hello. Cold Houston. Good morning. Good morning, Carol. Good morning, Paulette. This week is a combination of personal style and closet. So it's personal style and closet week. Personal style and shopping week. Last week was closets. Personal style and shopping week this week. And so I really wanted to on YouTube and in my YouTube videos on Tuesday and Friday and in today's video kind of show you kind of a combination of personal style and shopping. Good morning. So much snow in Pittsburgh and oh my gosh, ice in Arkansas. It's crazy how far south this storm has come. So it is 70 here in Florida, but it will go down to 44 today, and we're going to have a cool week. Not cold by anyone else's standards, but we are going to have a cool week. So just praying that everybody stays safe and healthy, and that everybody has power, because I know this is going to be a tough week. So thankful for those of you who are able to make it in spite of the storm. So these glasses are going to come on and off, but this week we're talking about personal style and shopping and the intersection of those two things. So last week we talked about how your closet might no longer represent who you are. But what if your closet never represented who you are? Or what if it's not that you're going through any kind of a transition, but your closet doesn't represent you, not because it doesn't fit you or because it doesn't represent your lifestyle, but because your closet looks like it belongs to a completely different person? Comment below if you feel like your closet belongs to a completely different person. Like the clothes don't feel like they're an extension of you at all. So we're going to break that down and what that looks like and why that happens. So you know how they say life is what happens when you're making other plans? Well, your closet is what happens when closet happens anyway. And your closet personality is what happens when you're making other plans, when you're buying random things. So you don't have to have ever planned your closet personality for your closet to have a personality. Your closet isn't neutral. It communicates something every time you open it. Oh my gosh, negative 27 wind chill in Chicago. Your closet communicates something every time you open it. Even if you never meant to build a personality in your closet, one happened anyway. The same time that people are like, I don't know, I don't have style. Just because you haven't consciously developed a style doesn't mean you don't have a style. And just because you haven't consciously developed a personal style in your wardrobe doesn't mean that it's not there. It's just not an intentional one. So most closets are built accidentally, not intentionally. And so we buy what feels safe, we buy what we can justify, we buy what suits our budget, we buy what suits our lifestyle. Maybe we buy what doesn't draw attention. We buy what looks appropriate. Oh my goodness, the weather, you guys. I am praying for everybody. So over time, this creates a personality. So your closet has a personality, whether you chose that personality or not. Maybe your closet's personality is responsible. Maybe it's polished. Maybe it's quiet. Maybe it's predictable. Maybe it's invisible. Maybe it's classic. Maybe it's edgy. Regardless of whether it was an intentional process, your closet has a personality. So none of those are bad, but they may not be complete. So for example, if you built a wardrobe and you look at your closet and you're like, my closet just feels responsible. Like this feels like someone who is in charge, someone who has places to go and things to do. There's nothing wrong with that. It just may not be the full expression of your personal style. So a lot of women think their closet is boring because they don't have enough clothes, or they need better basics, when in reality, you may have plenty of clothes. What you may actually be missing is like something that sets the emotional tone in your closet. So maybe we want, instead of your closet being responsible or predictable or quiet, maybe you want your closet to feel more playful, or you want it to feel more confident, you want it to feel more bold, or you want it to feel more romantic, edgy, lighter, more fun. A closet can be high quality, well organized, full of modern classics and those types of pieces and good basics, and still feel completely disconnected from who you are. Still feel like it completely lacks personality. We've all met those people. We've all met those people with love, people who are perfectly nice, have nice manners, do all the right things, and you just don't vibe with them. Why don't you vibe with them? It's a personality like disconnect. Maybe they don't have an outward, their outward expression of their personality is not vibrant enough for you to be drawn to it. It's the same with a closet. So that disconnect is what creates the feeling that you have nothing to wear. It creates outfit fatigue. You want it to be bigger. I love it. But size is not enough to give you personality, right? You can have a big closet and have no personality. You can have a small closet and be full of personality. It's not, those are not mutually exclusive. So a disconnect creates that I have nothing to wear feeling, that outfit fatigue, constant second guessing, feeling uninspired by your own clothes. So let's talk about the idea of personality mismatch in your wardrobe. Your closet might be practical and you're creative, or maybe your closet is refined and you're playful. Your closet maybe is minimal while you're expressive. I'm going to talk about a little mismatch that's happened in my style for the last couple of years. The last couple of years have really been very intentional about fleshing out the modern classics in my wardrobe, and I've talked about this. 2026, however, is the year for me to pivot from building out the modern classics in my wardrobe to more focusing on bringing my personal style into my wardrobe. Because what happens when somebody who likes a wardrobe with a lot of personality, a lot of playfulness, a lot of femininity, focuses solely on modern classics, is that my clothes started to feel a little bit more classic than I was. And it started to feel a little bit more minimal than I am. So it's really that balance that we're all trying to get. And I'm going to be talking about this all week. Tomorrow, I've got just kind of a full shopping video. And then on Friday, I'm going to be talking about bringing, really being conscientious about bringing your personality into your wardrobe. So the discomfort comes from wearing clothes that feel different than you are, wearing clothes that have a different personality than your personality. So ask yourself these questions. Does my closet reflect who I am now, or who I thought I was supposed to be? Like, did you dress for, like we talked about this a little bit last week. Did you dress for a workplace and that workplace was very buttoned up, but that's not really your personality, but your closet still reflects that? Does your closet feel cautious when you're a bold person, or does it feel bold when you're a cautious person? Are you really a classic person and you've got a closet full of like crazy prints and you wear them and you feel like you're wearing a costume? That is also a mismatch. It's not always a mismatch in that your closet gets bolder. Sometimes your closet does get quieter, but it's authentic to you because it reflects who you are and your personality. Does my closet feel quiet when I feel expressive? So again, this can go either way. There is no wrong. The wrong is a closet that feels like it belongs to someone else. So most women shop from obligation. They shop because, they buy that because this goes with everything, or this is sensible. This makes sense for me to have. This is age appropriate. One of my least favorite expressions. This will be useful. So often our wardrobes are built with, sensible, practical, affordable, useful, things that we can justify buying, right? So very few of us are shopping from identity. And so what does that look like? Once you've got your closet is too quiet, Elaine. I love that. I love that. Mine too right now. And I am in the process of somehow my personality pieces, or pieces that I had stopped wearing for whatever reason, like maybe it was fit, or they no longer felt modern or whatever. And I built up the modern classics, and then I felt like the personality pieces were missing. And so I'm pivoting to personality pieces. So I love that you say your closet is too quiet. This is an opportunity for you to be focusing on bringing your vibrant personality into your closet, because I know your personality and it's vibrant. So instead of shopping from a perspective of like, what makes sense for me to buy, like after you've got that core wardrobe of essential pieces, start asking yourself when you're shopping questions like this instead. This feels like me. This feels like vibrant, alive to me. This would change how I show up. If you're not sure what your closet is, how sometimes we don't see the forest for the trees. Maybe invite a friend in and ask her, when you look at my closet, what do you see? Or go in and, go out of your closet and go back in and just very quickly, what's the first thing you see? Do you see a lot of neutrals? Maybe you love color. Do you see a lot of color? Maybe you love neutrals. Like, just ask yourself right away. You discovered you've become more of a classic dresser who uses accessories to express your personality. That's a great way to do it. So, expressing your personality does not necessarily have to mean a full look, and accessories are a great way to start taking your clothes in the direction of your personal style. Something actually that I'll be talking about in Friday's video. So that's why closets slowly lose energy. They become functional wardrobes rather than expressive wardrobes. And I want you to have an expressive wardrobe. Why is this so important to me? Why do I care so much about you having your personality show up in your wardrobe? There are a couple of really important reasons why I think this is worth doing for yourself. First, when you are dressed in a way that feels like you're expressing your personality, people get to know you better and more quickly, and they feel like what they see is what they get. Like they get that sense of connection between you and what you're wearing, and everything feels like congruous, and I'm going to use another word I hate, but aligned. Everything just kind of feels like it goes together. But the other reason is that it just brings you joy. It brings you joy. And let's face it, we've got yucky weather. We've got yucky news. Who does not need more joy in their wardrobes? And if we can bring more joy into our wardrobes because we buy this instead of buy that, this is the kind of guidance I can give you. I cannot give you guidance on dealing with a cranky relative or dealing with the bad weather, but I can tell you how to buy joy, or how to make your wardrobes more joyful. Okay, so another big reasons that closets feel wrong is that everything is designed to go together, which, I think versatility is important, but nothing is designed to take the lead in your wardrobe. Now, I've talked about this framework that I have for building a closet a lot in the last several months, but that foundation of your closet are the modern classic pieces. The second tier are modern updates. Modern updates are where you're going to bring in color and texture. These are going to be the pieces where you're going to bring in some more personality into your clothes. And then the top tier are the real personality pieces. Those are the statement pieces, or what I like to think of as personality pieces. So while the updates are just going to be a step or two away from modern classics, the personality pieces are where you can fully express your personal style. Joy is great. Yes, 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 it is. And it's so important. And it is something we can absolutely have more of in our lives through style. So that top tier those are the pieces that are going to be the leaders in your closet ecosystem. They're the pieces that are going to take your basics and turn them into outfits. They're the pieces that you're going to be able to form entire looks around, or your entire personal style is going to be based on those pieces. Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm so glad that you guys love the joy concept and how we can infuse more joy into our lives through our wardrobes. And I'm praying for everybody who is in that icy weather. I'm so sorry. Okay, so in the idea of personality mismatch is something that we all need to be talking about. You don't need your whole closet to be exciting. You just need a few pieces that carry energy. So that's the beauty of this, is you've got the modern classics already. If you've been following me, you have the modern classics. And then maybe you have some modern updates. And modern updates are a little bit more interesting than modern classics. Like the next step up. You might just be missing a few key personality pieces. And again, if this sounds like you, watch Friday's video where I'm really going to break this down. Personality is not about being dramatic. It's about being recognizable. And it's about finding pieces that very much speak to you. Your closet should feel like a familiar voice, a consistent tone, like a mood that you understand. You want those pieces to be like so reflective of you that they take the classic pieces, the essential pieces, and translate them into your language. So if your closet were a person, would you feel like your closet is confident or cautious? Do you feel like your closet is warm or distant? Do you feel like your closet is expressive or restrained? Which direction do you want to take it in? Shopping week, which is we're having shopping slash personal style week here. It's about editing that personality and finding the pieces in your closet that feel like the most true to you and the most aligned with your personal style. And then looking at the pieces that feel a little forced and asking yourself, how can those be incorporated into outfits that will feel more like you? For example, like a practical example, I have a jacket that is very, very classic and very like quiet luxury looking. So I can wear that classic quiet luxury jacket with a pair of classic quiet luxury pants. Or I can take them more in the direction of my personal style and wear them with like a really cool pair of wide leg jeans and a funky pair of shoes. So you can, a lot of pieces, especially subtle pieces, can go in one direction or another based on how you style them. So it's not necessarily that you're starting over with your wardrobe at all. It's what can you bring into your wardrobe that's going to make more of the pieces that are already in your wardrobe express your personal style more easily. So, you're not shopping to upgrade your wardrobe. You're shopping to clarify your identity. That's what we're talking about here. So, this is, I'm going to give you a couple of little exercises that I would encourage you to do. And this is just something to think about as you go through your closet, and that maybe will help you get clarity on whether your closet is really a reflection and an extension of who you are, or if your closet is just a series of pieces that you bought because you felt like you needed them, or they worked, or they were practical, or they were on someone's list, including mine. We just don't stop there. There's nothing wrong with the pieces that we need, that are practical, that are affordable, that are wearable, that are versatile, that are all the things. We just don't stop there. Okay, so exercise number 1, name your closet. My closet feels like a woman who is, okay, fill in the blank, safe, careful, elegant, practical, conservative, calm, serious, invisible, fun-loving, minimal, creative, artistic, structured. Ask yourself, what woman does your closet represent? And really try to like look at it from a third person perspective, like it's not your closet. You're just looking at these clothes and you're just doing a quick, what's the first word that comes to mind? Again, are you looking at a sea of neutrals and simple pieces? Well, maybe your wardrobe does lean more classic right now. Are you looking at like a cacophony of color? Maybe your closet does lean more expressive or creative right now. Just try to describe the woman who that closet represents. Do these words describe you, or the version of you that you have been cosplaying for the last several years? Does that closet represent you, or does it represent who you've been trying to be, or who you think you should be? And because that might be a key reason why you are not loving your clothes right now. Okay. People think their closets are boring. Why people think their closets are boring. Let's get into this for a second. You may think your closet is boring because you feel like you don't have enough clothes. You feel like you need better basics. You feel like you need to shop smarter. But usually you already have all those pieces and you just need more personality. So again, who is represented in your closet? Okay. Exercise number 2. Name your energy. So now we started by looking at your closet and giving your closet a personality. Who does your closet represent? Now we're going to look at you and give you and name who you are. Do you feel most like yourself when you are expressive, playful, curious, bold, soft, feminine, romantic, warm, creative, confident, light? What makes you feel more like you? I will tell you, for me, 100%, I feel more like me when I am feminine. If I am not in feminine clothes, I feel like a fraud. I feel like a fake. So if I'm in something super corporate-y, it feels stiff and heavy to me. It feels very not aligned with who I am. And I feel like I am playing businesswoman. And it's that weird feeling of like when you're a kid and you're putting on dress up clothes and you're like, well, these dress up clothes are not for me because I'm a kid. They're for the grown up version of me. Well, when I wear a corporate look, I still feel like a kid in a grown-up version of clothes. Like it just feels so off to me. I equally feel off, and I've talked about this before, when I wear really sporty clothes. I feel like I'm pretending to be a sporty person. I feel like I'm pretending to be an athletic person. That doesn't mean that I don't on occasion need to pull out athleisure or that type of clothing, but it means that if I don't do it in a way that feels like me, I feel like I am playing pretend. What are those clothes for you? And what clothes do you feel most like yourself in? So fill in this blank. I feel most like myself when I am, again, words like expressive, playful, curious, creative, romantic, confident, bold, soft. There's no wrong answer. So put your closet words and your personal words side by side. So if your closet feels refined and your style feels creative, and you feel creative, your closet feels quiet and you feel bold, there's a disconnect. There's a personality mismatch between how you described your closet and how you described yourself. I know this seems basic, but I cannot tell you how few women do that. What is the personality of the clothes in your closet? What is your personality? It seems pretty simple, but how many of us really take the time to ask ourselves, does my closet reflect my personality? It's just a very simple personal style exercise. So your closet might be practical while you're creative. Your closet might be refined while you're playful. Your closet might be minimal while you're expressive. The discomfort comes from wearing clothes that believe or behave differently than you do. Okay, exercise number 3, the 5-piece test. And I would encourage you to write some of these exercises down. Playful, but maybe not in clothes. Okay, so what does your playfulness express itself like in clothes? So you might be uber feminine and your style is just a little bit feminine. You might be playful, but in clothes, people are not going to see that playfulness because maybe it's a minimal shape and not something that is outwardly playful. So the expression of it in clothes is something that you need to be thinking of. And so maybe this next exercise will be helpful. I want you to choose 5 items in your mind now that you wear the most often. For each of these items, ask yourself, did I buy this because I made sense, or did I buy it made sense, or did I buy this because it felt like me? Did I buy this because it made sense, or did I buy this because it felt like me? Most of the time you're going to notice that a lot of the items that we wear a lot or we wear on repeat, we bought because they felt practical, or they felt safe, or they felt responsible, or they felt neutral or versatile or whatever. So what are those 5 pieces that you wear the most? Do any of them reflect your personality? So that's just information that you're getting, that right now you're really leaning into more of the subtle, versatile pieces in your wardrobe, and maybe your wardrobe is lacking a little bit of that personality. So we're often doing what we call obligation shopping versus identity shopping. Obligation shopping is, this goes with everything. This is sensible. This is, again, age appropriate, useful. But identity shopping is like, this feels like me. This changes how I show up. This makes me smile. This brings me joy. I'm going to go back to that word joy. And this is an invitation, an opportunity to bring joy into our daily lives through the way that we dress and through the choices that we make, the way that we accessorize. Okay, so your closet loses energy when everything is designed to go together. Everything is designed to blend in. Nothing is designed to lead. Everything supports. Nothing expresses. Often what you're looking at is a wardrobe that's a supporting cast, and you have no star. You have no main character energy in your wardrobe. Okay, now exercise number 4. What leads your closet? Can you name one piece in your closet that is a personality piece? If not, you are probably going to really struggle to create personality outfits if your wardrobe doesn't have any personality pieces. Again, I'm going to remind you of the triangle that I have. The base of the triangle, the bulk of your wardrobe should be versatile pieces. The second tier of the wardrobe should be pieces that are a step or 2 away from those versatile pieces, and that give you some variety. They're bringing color and texture and interest into your wardrobe. But that final tier, that top tier, those are your personality pieces. And if you're lacking personality pieces, you're not going to be able to create personality outfits. You don't need many, you just need a few anchors. You need some personality anchors in your wardrobe. And I will be talking about what those personality anchors are in Friday's video. Okay, let's talk about blazers can absolutely be a personality anchor, 100%. I think anything that can be added to an outfit can be a personality anchor. And then, of course, you can have whole outfits that are personality outfits. So let's talk about personality and drama. Personality does not equal drama. Awesome. I love this. Just because you're bringing personality in your wardrobe doesn't mean that the pieces you're bringing into your wardrobe are loud. Personality pieces reflect your personality. They are not necessarily bolder or louder or more crazy, unless that's your personality. So, personality isn't loud, it isn't trendy, it isn't attention seeking. That's not what that word means. When we're talking about statement pieces, we're not talking about pieces that are bold for the sake of being bold. When we're talking about personality pieces, we're talking about things that are consistent and honest with who you are. So, again, your statement piece could be just something that's super feminine, could be something super preppy, it could be something super edgy. Only you know, because it's a reflection of your personality. No one else has to look at it and say that's a statement piece. But what they should be able to recognize is that you're showing up as yourself in your clothes, and that that piece just feels like an extension of you and not like it's just something you're putting on. So, okay, so let's talk from the perspective of shopping. This year 2026, we are just getting started, and if you are looking at your wardrobe and you're like, I have a lot of clothes to wear and I'm just kind of feeling uninspired by my style, I would suggest that you shift from buying basics and really start thinking about personality pieces. And the cool thing about personality pieces is this is a quest that can be such a fun treasure hunt. You can curate your personality pieces from wherever you shop. And these are really, really fun things to look for in thrift stores and in vintage stores, because you're not looking for trends. You're looking for pieces that are tied to your personal style. So, I hope that you enjoy this week where I, again, talk about how shopping and personal style can really come together to help you create a wardrobe that's expressive of who you are. You're here looking for your personality. I'm here to help. I'm here to help. And honestly, for the next, I'm not going to tell you guys to not shop. Again, I'm the shopping enabler friend, but give yourself a budget. $100, $1,000, $1,000,000. I'm not here to judge. And say, if I could buy 5 pieces that felt like me, and then honestly, and don't worry at this stage about whether any of those pieces actually suit your lifestyle. I want you to really start, if I could just buy any shoe right now, what shoe would I buy and why? Sometimes it's easier to describe an item than it is to describe your style. So just allow yourself to do some fantasy shopping. Look for things that you really, really, really love. You don't have to buy them. Just look for them, find them. Curate a list of pieces you really, really love, and then describe those pieces. Sometimes, again, it's easier to describe those pieces than it is to describe ourselves. Thank you, Maureen. I'm so glad that you're enjoying this. So come up with a list of pieces, 5 pieces, 10 pieces, 15 pieces that really, really, really feel like you. And then look at those pieces together and ask yourself, what do these pieces have in common? What do they have in common? Are they colorful? Are they cool? Are they minimal? Are they bold? What do these pieces have in common? What does that say about my personal style? Once you start this process, you'll quickly be able to spot pieces that feel like you and start bringing those into your wardrobe, and you will find that your wardrobe turns a corner very, very quickly. So thank you guys so much. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Tomorrow I'm going to be talking about 30 things that you can buy now and wear all of 2026, and many of them that you can wear for years to come. But I would encourage you to use your personality filters when you're looking at the list of 30 things. Do you need all 30 things? Yes, you do. Just kidding. You do not need all 30 things. But what you do need is to be able to identify those pieces that are going to help your wardrobe turn a corner and start heading back in the direction of your personality. When you were young, you knew who you were. And as we get older, life takes over and we lose that connection to what we love. And I'm going to help you get back there. So again, looking at my list of 30 things to buy and wear through 2026, use your personality filters on that list. And then on Friday, I'm going to be really talking you through several pieces that I think belong in everyone's wardrobe in order to bring personality into your personal style. So love you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad you enjoyed this. Yes, Nancy. My cousin Nancy is joining us. Love you, Nancy. Thank you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this take on style, and definitely don't forget, tomorrow we're talking about shopping, and then Friday we're talking about personal style, and we're going to talk about the connection between those two, because let's make it a pact between us that in 2026 we do not buy anything that is not either useful or beautiful. The modern classics are going to give you the pieces that are useful. It is your job to identify what you find beautiful. Useful and beautiful. Everything in our wardrobe should fill one of those two boxes. Love you guys so much. Thank you. And I will see you. Yes, I hope that you enjoyed tomorrow's video too. And I will see you guys on YouTube. Bye. Bye, everybody. Don't forget to like this video, please.